glow versus like your whole face. What am I talking about? Alright, so today I am testing your holy grail makeup items. I asked you guys to submit one makeup item that you cannot live without. That's your holy grail item over on Instagram. And I have a plethora of things here. Wow, I feel like I haven't said plethora in about 3 years. That's a really great word. So this is a full face if you want to know how I got this whole look, but the majority of the products are your holy grails. Some other products are like first impressions or just things that I put on today. So if you're excited for this video and you enjoy while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Where do I put this mirror now? Now where'd my other mirror go? Right in front of me. All right, so I have a little bag with your holy grail products in it, and I'm excited to try. So a few of these I haven't tried, a couple I just haven't used in a long time, so it'll be kind of nice to give you guys my thoughts on them for those of you who maybe are newer here, newer as in the last couple years, because I haven't talked about some of these in a long time. Okay, so the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer. I have never tried this. I've never really heard anyone talk about it. It says instant radiant blurring and plumbing effect and 24-hour hydration, so that sounds friggin' amazing. I did try their foundation. I have a review on it. If you want to see that, I will link it in the eye down below. I love the packaging. It looks exactly like the Backstage foundation. Dude, with this new lighting, it's so nice that it doesn't like totally blow this out when I do it. Maybe I'm gonna have to pin this back. I gave myself bangs. Coming in a vlog. Or it's already up. It's probably already up. It's definitely already up. It smells fragrance. Dior is always very fragranced. I don't understand it. It feels super silky though, and it does feel moisturizing. It doesn't feel like a silicone primer, but it feels very silky. There's like a slight tackiness, but it pretty much just sunk in. Hopefully this doesn't break me out because some Dior products do, and this one is very fragrance. This video isn't going up for like a few weeks after I'm filming it, so I will update you down below once I try this for a full day wear test and let you know my thoughts and see if it's worth it. So for foundation, a lot of people said this one, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have the shade 3.75. I do have a whole review on this. I think it was during a 15 days of foundation, and it didn't work out for me then, but this has been in my like to try again kind of pile for a while. Wow, that just rhymed. So I'm happy that a lot of you said this is your holy grail because I wanted to try it again anyways. And I think my skin is different now since I last reviewed it. Can't remember when I reviewed this one. This is a lot of people's kind of like go-to foundation on YouTube too. It just has never like impressed me and given me the same results that people talk about. I'm just gonna use this It Cosmetics brush. I think this one was limited edition, but most of the It Cosmetics foundation brushes are really nice. Okay, I gotta clip these back temporarily. I just rearranged this whole room. Look at that. Let me just glide back and grab my clips. Okay, I'm about to look wild because I'm going to do a clip plus a headband. Looking good. Have I ever looked better on the internet? Just so I'm refreshed, let me look up a little description of this. It's a luminous foundation that glides on weightlessly for a lit from within glow. Buildable medium coverage that improves texture. I feel like I may have tested this before Accutane, and let me tell you, some foundations now look so different on my skin than when I had acne. So I do think my skin is starting to get a little bit more on the normal side. I think it's just with the weather getting warmer, but that's looking good. I remember this one not looking super luminous, and that's kind of how it's looking right now. You can see when the light hits it, there's a slight shine, but it definitely looks like more of a satin finish, which I like. By the way, if you guys have given any feedback on the new setup in the background and stuff, I haven't seen it yet because in my time when I'm filming this is like my third video I'm filming in this setup because I'm pre-filming, so I haven't seen the feedback because that video hasn't gone up yet. Just FYI, in case there's anything that the masses want changed, you know? Okay, I'm gonna take my Haley Beauty sponge and just go in with a tiny bit more and smooth it all out on my forehead. All right, it's looking nice. It does just look like a medium coverage satin foundation. Again, I don't know if I would call this luminous. I think it's like a true satin. Liking it. I feel like that shade match is pretty good looking at the rest of my body. So moving on to concealer, I actually couldn't tell like what the most popular one was based on Instagram stories. So I went to Twitter to ask you guys, and a lot of them I've tried recently or just I feel like you guys know my thoughts on. Besides this one, and this is actually one that used to be one of my holy grail products. Like if you look back to my videos from maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, this is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and I remember buying this because of ShanXO back in the day, but a lot of people on Twitter said this one, and I haven't used it in a long time, but this is actually a new one, I'm pretty sure, in the shade Fair one that I bought last time I was in London. This one I remember being bomb. So I'm excited to try this again. I can't remember with this one if it dries quickly or not, so I think I'm just gonna do one eye at a time. I remember this one having good coverage and just wearing really well. It does look like it has a little bit too much of a yellow tint than what I usually like in concealer. Like I would like a more peachy shade. Wow, this is fully falling out. Okay, I guess we don't need that right now. But once it's blended in, I think it's fine. If they do have a peachier shade though, I would probably go with that one. I'm gonna let this one sit on for a little bit longer and see if I get more coverage. All right, so it's been on for about 30 seconds, so let's blend it out. All right, my whole base right now looks very nice. It looks like skin, even though it is a little bit more matte. I always have to set my powder with, not my powder, my concealer with this powder combo. Check out my concealer routine if you wanna know what I'm doing. Okay, so for face powder, a lot of people said the Makeup Forever Powder Foundation, which is one of my holy grail favorite products of all time, but I use it all the time, like almost every day, and I talk about it all the time, so I didn't want to do that. So instead I chose the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, which I do really like. There was a phase maybe like a year ago when I was using this a lot around my pore area, and I really liked how blurring it was, but I haven't used it in a hot minute, so I don't know if I'm going to put this all over, probably not, because usually my forehead does not do well with powder, especially like loose powder. Whoa, I just got way too much. If you've never tried this powder, it does smell like peach and it makes me want to vomit. All right, so I put some on the brush, tapped it out, and I'm going to apply around my nose area. I feel like my pores already look pretty blurred between that primer and foundation combo that I'm actually not noticing a huge difference right now. Normally I do, especially if you're wearing like more voluminous finish, you'd really see a difference. Oh man, I just ate it. Tastes like that powdery, what is that, sweet tart? Like the powder things that come in the straws. Wow, I totally forgot about those until right now. Wouldn't recommend eating it though. Probably not ideal. I'm definitely seeing blurring on my upper lip. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more to my chin, or add some to my chin. Okay, I need to stop talking while I apply this because I just keep digesting it. Base is looking pretty good for more of like a matte finish, so that's exciting. For brows, I'm not super shocked by this because this was kind of like this was the OG kind of first pomade that really hit the market running. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Granite. So this is a brow pomade. I used to use this a lot when it was the first one, but since then there are just drugstore ones that I find work just as well and stay on just as well, so I don't tend to reach for this one that often anymore, like ever. I don't think I've used this in probably at least a couple years, honestly, unless it was in a video. But this is the Anastasia number 12 brush. I use this every day. This is what I've been creating my brows with lately. Plucked my brows this morning. I feel like a new woman. Shaved my face. I did a little, what's it called? Dermaplaning? Not dermaplaning. What is it called? You guys, my brain today is a pile of mushed bananas. So lately I've been going in with the M Cosmetics Brow Gel first and then kind of like creating strokes, but I'm going to try and just do it with brow pomade. So I've actually been doing something that is kind of opposite of how I think a lot of people do this, but it just works for me. So it might sound weird, but it works for me better than the other way. So a lot of people will go like this and go upwards to create the strokes. But for me, I feel like I have more control if I start at the top and go down in the same direction, just starting at the top rather than the bottom. So that's what I've been doing. And I have been adding some height to my brows, like a little bit right there. I have microbladed brows if you're new here. I love having them on when you like don't have makeup on. And then when you do have makeup on, it's kind of fun to like transform them sometimes. If you need a good brow person, Carrie in San Diego, I'll leave her info down below, Fine Line Studios. I love her so much. She actually moved to Laguna or like Newport area. I'm not sure the exact location, but I think she's still going to both places. So I'll have all of her contact info down below. Something like that is what I've been doing. Some people, I feel like their brows turn out perfect every time. Cannot relate. So a lot of people said their holy grail bronzer is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer, and I have a few shades of this, and the thing with this is I love the formula. Absolutely love the formula. It's one of the easiest to blend, just airbrush soft looking bronzers, but they don't have a perfect shade for my skin tone. It tends to pull pretty warm, so I haven't reached for this in a while. This one looks like it's going to be lighter, but this one actually is less orangey on my skin tone, so I think I'm going to go in with this, which is Nude Bronze Light. But I wish Hourglass came out with more shades of this and like some deeper and fairer ones because the formula is incredible. I'm gonna use my Believe beauty brush for this. I've been whipping this out again and I do really like this for bronzer. I always have to pat my bronzer first so it doesn't pick up the foundation, and then I'll kind of blend once the powder is on there. Actually with this brush, that doesn't look too orange, that shade, just with that like very light amount. I don't know if I'm in the bronzer on my forehead mood today. Let's do it. Just gonna do a tiny bit. Okay, liking that. I think it looks nice. So like I probably mentioned in the intro, this isn't a full face of everything. I just wanted to choose some specific products that were mentioned a ton. So for blush and highlight, there wasn't like a repeat that a lot of people mentioned. So I'm just going to do my own blush and highlight. And I'm going to use this Ciate Summer Love. This used to be one of my Holy Grail products and I haven't reached for it in a long time. So I'm excited. It is a very glowy blush. So I think it'll look pretty with this kind of more satin matte base. Oh, forgot how pretty this is. I'm gonna go ham on the blush today. I think we're gonna do pretty neutral eyes today, so I feel like I can add a lot of blush. And then for highlight, I'm gonna use also one of my Holy Grail products, the Pure Cosmetics Afterglow. This is so underrated. It's like butter, literal butter. Every time I don't use this for a while and then whip it out again, I just never want to put it down because it is so friggin' pretty. For eyeshadow primer, I'm actually gonna try this concealer as primer because it's right here and why not? I don't even think I saw an eyeshadow palette mentioned because again, I asked for like your most Holy Grail top product of all time. So I feel like eyeshadow palettes are kind of one of those things that, you know, you'd probably prioritize like a foundation or mascara or something. So I'm going to use this NYX Escape Artist palette. I haven't tried this yet. Oh, does anyone else dread these kind of seals? It's like the Wet n Wild kind of seal. Let's whip out the scissors for this one. Oh my god, this is fancy. It has like a little press button thing. Still can't open it though. Please open, please open. I'm about to pick another palette, folks. It's been about 10 minutes. You know the weird thing? The dotted lines are not on the part that's actually sealed. NYX, who do I call? There we go. Look what happens when you do it on not the dotted lines. Okay, first things first. Like I said, we're just gonna do a neutral kind of warm eye. So I think I'm gonna take this shade. I haven't used a NYX palette in a hot minute. Okay, that just blended out extremely easily. I'm gonna take the lightest matte cream shade and apply that all over the lid. Kind of go up a bit right towards my inner corner. And I think I'm just gonna use one other shade. So I'm gonna take the shade to the right of that first orangey neutral and just kind of deepen up the crease a bit with that one. So far these are very nicely pigmented and also they just feel like butter. The way they're blending out. What is this reminding me of? A little bit of the Makeup Geek shadows actually, which I love. I love their rebrand. I'm gonna do the eyeliner and then dip back into those eyeshadows for the lower lash line. But for eyeliner, I'm gonna retry this, the Huda Beauty one. I think I used this in one video, but, oh, wait, this is not the one I'm thinking of. This is a pencil liner. Maybe I'll use that for the waterline. All right, so then I'm gonna use my current favorite eyeliner, which is the McQueen MQNY. This is like under 10 bucks on Yesto. That wing just turned massive, so I'm gonna have to do some intense false lashes today, but that's okay. Now let's go in with this Huda liner. I think I'm only gonna apply this on the outer third of my eye. I used to do this a lot, where I'd only do the outer third and then like smoke dark, and my eyes looked way bigger, so I'm gonna try that again. Especially when I do a wing this big, I like to kind of connect where it starts down here so it doesn't look as obvious that my eye is like smaller. So I'm gonna take a dark shadow. Is there black in here? Oh man, there's no black. I really don't like when palettes like this big don't have a black. So instead I'm gonna take just the black from the Bare Necessities palette, ColourPop, on a flat edge liner brush and smudge that down there. And kind of connecting where those two lines meet. So before we do mascara, I'm just gonna use some setting spray. I've been loving the Wet n Wild one lately. I feel like this one actually really locks everything in. Guys, I've got to say, the foundation is looking so much better than it used to look on my skin. It's looking really pretty. So there were a few mascaras that were mentioned by a ton of people. It's the Benefit Roller Lash, and I used to love this mascara, and I just haven't used it in so long. I have this mini size. I'm hoping this isn't like, uh-oh, it might be fully dried out. I thought I had a full size one of these, and I did not. Well, we're gonna try it. I remember this being a really nice curling mascara. I think I used to use this as a second mascara to like separate and curl, because the way the wand is on this one, as you can see, it does have a curve and they're really tiny rubbery bristles. There's definitely still a little bit mascara. Is this expired? 100%. So especially with this very thick wing today, it is a little bit difficult to see my lashes. I think if I purchased this one now, I would probably use it as a second mascara. Today, because I am putting on lashes, I basically just need to coat my lashes anyways. For lashes, I think we're gonna go with Jade number 13 from Huda. Oh yeah, those are gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna put on these lashes, watch some YouTube videos. Lately it's been taking me like literally 20 minutes to put on false lashes. I don't know what's happening. You guys, when I said my brain was a pile of mashed bananas, It is a mashed farm of bananas. I totally forgot, and I literally have waited 4 days to make this video because I was waiting on this product to come. I already put lash glue on there, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing with that lash. I don't know how I totally forgot about that, and how did I pull out 2 mascaras, but this was definitely, again, like up there with this one of the most mentioned mascaras, but I've never tried this, and I've heard so many good things about it, so I wanted to try it in this video. I guess I could save it for another video. I fully waited to make this video for it to come in the mail, so I feel like we should probably do it today, right? Oh, I don't know. Now I'm kind of invested in this lash though. I think we're gonna do the lash today, and then I will definitely try this in an upcoming first impressions video because I have a lot of new products that I want to test too. Man, I cannot believe myself. Could have filmed this video a while ago. Okay, you know what? I'm happy with the lash decision. I feel like with this bold of a wing, mascara just wouldn't have cut it. Even if it does say it's supposed to be false extension lash, whatever. But let's do some Benefit Roller Lash on the bottom lashes. I think it'll be fine because it is pretty dried out. So last product, I think a few people mentioned the Clinique Chubby Sticks in general, but one person mentioned this specific shade Curvious Caramel, and it's the Moisturizing Lip Color Balm. I have tried these back in the day, but I haven't used a Clinique Chubby Stick in a long time, so I am curious. Hopefully this shade will work with the look we have going on. It looks a little bit on the pink side. It's actually kind of like peachy. Ooh. That's a pretty like summery peachy pink shade. Even though it does feel moisturizing, it's kind of like, feels like it's pretty on there. I feel like the name Curvious Caramel doesn't quite align. I picture like a more of a nude with that kind of name. This is kind of rosy, but I like that, very pretty. All right, so this is the final look using some of your Holy Grail go-to most repurchased makeup items. I am really happy with how the look turned out, especially the base. I've probably said it 10 times so far, but I think the base just looks very nice. I love the way my forehead looks right now. And I think the shade is almost a perfect shade match for me now. I don't know if that's how it was when I first tried it, but looking at my neck and arms, I feel like it looks like a pretty dang close shade match. I'm gonna have to keep you guys updated on this one. This will definitely be in the next Foundation Friday update video. Oh, why am I not using this shade today? Wait a minute, should I put that on my inner corner? Might need to put that on my inner corner real quick. Oh, I like it. Good call, good call. Now this is the final look. Literally was about to end the video, and then here we are, yellow eyeshadow. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and found it entertaining or helpful. If you did, you can give this a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I always link all the products on my face today, including headband, dress, details, whatever I'm wearing, rings, jewelry, everything is always listed down below in the description box. Thanks to everyone on Instagram who participated. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.